Hi, good morning, or good afternoon. I don't know when you're watching this, but yeah. This is Marvin Alexander. Thank you for coming back to my channel. And this video is actually, it's a motivational video. It's actually called Why? The Reason Why. It's on being focused. And I wanted to make this video because, there's lots of people in the morning that wake up. The moment they wake up, you realize what you do in the morning dictates your whole day. Do you know that? So some people open their eyes and the first thing they say is, fuck, I gotta get up and go to work. Man, another day. Oh, Lord. Or they say, oh, man, I don't even want to get up. Should I call in sick? Oh, gosh. I gotta go meet up with my friend. Man, I don't even want to see his ass. Man. Excuse the language, but I'm trying to make it real here. These are actual thoughts that people have. Very few people are the ones that get up and say, hell yeah, another day, baby. Yeah, man, I'm gonna put on my shoes. Oh yeah, I'm gonna break dance. I'm happy. Look at me, I'm going to the bathroom. Nah. Yeah. I may be one of those crazy ones, but yeah, I had a partner, and she used to make fun of me because when the alarm used to go off at 4 in the morning, that's right, I used to get up at 4 in the morning all the time to work at UPS at one point in life, or Metro, and when the alarm used to go off, I used to jump out of bed, and she's like, Lord have mercy, you're jumping out of bed like you're a kitty cat, like you're and you're just standing there like, you may be a little on the heavy side, a little chubby, but man, you are agile. And I said, no, it's because, that was my routine. The alarm would go off. I didn't want the neighbors waking up, so I would jolt out of bed. I would jump, like almost catapult myself out of bed. Boom, turn off the alarm and make sure all the alarms are off. And I would immediately just grab my towel and go in there and jump in the shower and just feel that, like, I'd be honest, it wasn't hot water. It was actually kind of coldish water, and I would just love waking up. And, you have to find what makes you make the decisions that you're making if you're just in bed. I love Tony Robbins, my respects to him. And he talks about, finding the why. Finding the reason. He talks a lot about that in his books and his videos and his seminars. And he says, if you find that reason why, if you find a reason that motivates you or a purpose, you can do anything in life. I've learned that. He's not the only motivator that says that. There's many of them. And it's so true. And the reason is different for everyone. I know some people that, their grandmothers, the reason for them is their grandchildren. They live for their grandchildren, and they love them, and they're happy every day, and they wake up, and they can't wait to make a little breakfast and cookies for when they come back from school, and just be with them, because, and that's amazing. That could be grandchildren to some, children to others, or how about yourself? What do you want to do? You need to sit down and find at least 10 minutes of your life minimum, if possible 15 minutes a day, and motivate a little. And while you're doing it, grab a piece of paper and find out, what do you want to do? This world is so big and beautiful. This energy that creates, the omniscient, the all-knowing, has made this world so beautiful. Do you want to travel? Do you want to go to, some people find Alaska peaceful. Some people want to go to Brazil. Some people want to travel, go to Hawaii. Whether you're in the States or Africa is beautiful, Europe, wherever you want to go, Malaysia. What do you want to see in life? And that's just, a travel purpose. And what do you want to learn? What culture do you want to learn about? What foods do you want to eat? Make a goal and try to fulfill it. Work towards it. Do you want to learn something? Do you want to learn to play guitar? Do you want to learn to play the drums? Do you want to write music? You know, you can't write music by saying you're going to write music. You have to actually sit down and have to write. And you have to explore that inner self and the feeling and what feelings come across as you're writing and, you know, your rhyming skills. And if you don't sit down and do something about it, you're never going to do anything. You know, if you want to make music, if you want to make beats, if you want to just, you know, you have to get sound machine. It's just explore. Find out what you want to do. Focus and do it. You're the same being as you were when you were little. The only difference is culture has taken over. Do you know that most kids are dreamers? You know, when they're like 5, 6 years old, because they're still in normal state a little bit, you know, and they're like, oh yeah, you know, I remember I used to be like, man, I want to be like a drummer, I want to play the guitar, like I want to be a police officer, I want to be a doctor, you just dream, you want to be everything, you want to be a superhero. And dreaming minds are amazing. That's how you start. But, you know, you start listening to culture and, you know, start listening to people. You can't be a guitar player. And, you know, oh yeah, you got to learn to play guitar. That's difficult. Or you know, I don't know about drummer. That's too much noise. You shouldn't drum, you know. People start like clashing into your dreams. You got to start not caring. Go with the flow. Who cares what the neighbor thinks or excuse me, but yeah, who cares about what mom and dad thinks? You know, I've met people, because, you know, if you know me, I drive for Uber, and that's an amazing thing, because I love people are different. Every person is unique. I've met so many different people in here, educated, really well educated, and unhappy, unfortunate, but I've met doctors that, you know, I've gotten into long conversations with because the ride is long, and they'll tell me, oh yeah, man, I'm a doctor. I'm like, why do you say it like that? Like, that's awesome. What are you? I'm a cardiologist. Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah, it's all right. What do you mean it's all right? Well, you know, come to find out, by the end of the ride, they tell me that they're doctors because they're doctors. But they wish it could have been something else. They wish it could have been something else. And they're living like, they're almost like carrying a cross. Now they're stuck being doctors. Now they're stuck doing surgery on hearts, and they don't even like it. I don't know, but no disrespect to that doctor. I'm sure he's skilled, but I wouldn't want somebody that doesn't have a passion for what he does working on my heart. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm keeping it real here. Jesus. So, but the thing is, poor guy. Then he told me that his father was a doctor and his grandfather was a doctor. And I said, oh, there it is. He got almost pushed into being a doctor. If he didn't go into medical school, there'd be a serious problem at home. So yeah, sometimes, you know, you shouldn't pay attention. Go with the flow. You know, that's why sometimes it's healthy to like move away when you go to college, because you move away from everybody and you start living your mind and following your dreams and seeing what you want to do. But the problem is, some people go to college and they just never think. You know, in order for us to be successful, we have to think. Bob Proctor says 98% of the world doesn't think. That's another amazing motivator, motivational speaker, author that I listen to, Bob Proctor. Yeah, and he says 98% of the world does not think. If you stopped and think, you would do so many more things. But we're all an automatic pilot. We all let our minds just guide us. So, going back to the main topic, we have to find our focus point. It starts in the morning. What do you do? What is your routine? Find that energy that drives you. Put it up like somewhere by the refrigerator. Write it down. Like, I want to be certified, and you know, let's just say you don't have college or something, and you say, well, I want to get this course on, you know, X-ray technology. Well, put it up on the refrigerator. You see it every day. As you're gonna go make breakfast, you see it every day. Put it right next to your alarm clock. When you open your eyes, you look at it, and boom, there it is, and you remember, aha, I want to do this. Or if it's a hobby, or if you want to travel, Focus. What do you want to do? Find your why. Ask yourself, what do I want in life and why do I want it? You know, some people have different reasons. Every reason is different. You know, some people want to be givers and they give because, you know, this is the reason why I do YouTube videos. You know, I've been telling, you know, some of my son, I told some friends, well, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. I'm gonna start it. It was like 3 years ago, actually 4 years ago. I had this idea and I'm gonna do it. I'm about to do it. But you know, something happened. Something kicked in. You know, something forced me to do it. And I realized that what I'm pouring my heart into right now is not about having a YouTube channel. It's not about, you know, just, you know, making words up in the air. It's the reason why. I want to get to your heart. I want to open your eyes. If you can open your ears and your mind and listen to me and understand that the world is beautiful. Life is beautiful. Life is amazing. You know, probably the whole video you've been looking at this shriveled plant right here and you're saying, what are we looking at? You know, every living thing deserves respect, whether it's a pet, a plant. And this plant may be ignored, but you know what? It's alive and it has nowhere to go because it's all tangled up in this little fence right there, and it's sad. And sometimes that's the way you may be. You feel like you're tangled up, or you want to get out of a relationship, or you want to get out of maybe you're helping out your friends, or you're helping out your brothers or sisters, or you know, or you're stuck in a city and you want to break free. You can do it. Just ask yourself what you want to do, where you want to go, make a plan, how you're going to do it, and execute. And do it. And you'll be surprised. Once you start doing what you really like, once you start doing all the hobbies you love, once you start taking the walks you like to walk, or the movies you want to watch, or the music you want to listen to, your life will change. And change comes gradually. You know? It doesn't come like, you know, overnight. Tony Robbins says that, you know, you have to do it gradually, baby steps, and you'll see how in 1 week, okay, I feel different. In a month, I feel a little different. You know what? After a month, after that 21 days, you'll see the habit change. That's right. 6 months from now, you're a totally different person. You won't even believe it. And that you could apply that to anything, whether it's to diet, exercising, or whether it's to work ethic, or whether it's to soul searching, or whether it's to finding a person that you like. Everything starts with you. You have to love yourself, believe in yourself, because you're just an amazing being. You are. You know, another motivational speaker that I listen to and I love, Eric Thomas. He talks about, you know, the story of Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas. You know, and he says, Mike, if you remember Mike Tyson from the late 80s, you know, he was amazing. You know, he's still an actor and everything, and an author, and he writes a bunch of stuff. But, you know, back then, he used to go into a ring and knock people out within like 2 or 3 minutes. It was amazing. And so Buster Douglas was going to fight him, and he knocked Mike Tyson out. You know, afterwards, as Eric Thomas would talk about in his story, he said people were interviewing Buster Douglas, and they asked him, like, wow, like, how did you do it? Like, that is amazing, that is incredible, how did you do it? And he said, you know, people don't know this, but my mom was terminally ill, and she was there every moment of the way. And near the end, when I was about to fight, the night before to be exact, my mom passed away. But before my mom passed away, she had already told the whole world, everybody she talked to, my son is gonna knock out Mike Tyson. And you know what? The day of the fight, I had to make a decision. I had to say, am I gonna sit here and cry and die with mom? Or am I gonna go over there and make her words alive and live and knock out Mike Tyson. And I found that energy within, and it drove me, and it just happened. And that's what I ask you to do. Just like Eric Thomas's story about Buster Douglas. Find that reason inside you. Charge up every morning. Put on your shoes and say, today is a beautiful day. Today is an amazing day. And I'm going to go out there and live life like, not like yesterday, like today. Take charge of your life. And every day is going to become a more amazing day. Focus. Find the reason why. And have an amazing life. The most amazing life you can have. Thank you for listening. I hope you tune in. I hope you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please go down to the bottom and subscribe. This is Marvin Alexander, and I humbly tell you thank you for listening to my videos, and I hope you watch my channel for another amazing video. Take care.